Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on European Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it was sent to me by one of our dear brother. The message that he sent to me, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nansha, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? I am a 42-year-old man currently staying here in Harare. I have lived in Harare all of my life, struggling like many others to make ends meet. Life has not been easy, and the pressure of providing for my family, it is really hard. Over the years, I have tried various ways to improve my situation. Nothing has been changing at all, until I was introduced to this other money-making ritual that has changed my life in many ways that I never imagined. It was in late 2019. A friend of mine had become very wealthy. We bumped into each other, and suddenly I saw that the man, he was now doing okay. What had happened is that I was working as a teacher. As you know, that we were not getting paid a lot of money. So my wife, she then started to compare herself with her cousin sisters who had moved to the UK. So she wanted to go to the UK, but at the same time, she was giving me a lot of pressure. We started fighting, and in secret, she started doing some other courses, taking herself to school without me knowing anything. By the time that she told me that she wanted to go to the UK, that was when I found out that she had already sorted her papers out. She then promised me that she was going to send some money to me and I was going to be with her in the UK, but we had been fighting so much. And when she went to the UK, then she started staying with another man. Unfortunately, when I found out, she then thought of punishing me. You know, when you have married your woman, when you love her so much, what I had done is that I had said, if anything happens to me, it is far much better that I put my wife on this house that we had bought here in Harare. Her name is the one which is on the title deeds. So she knew that she was the one who was going to benefit. So when I found out that she was staying with another man now in the UK, when I confronted her, she punished me and she kicked me out of my own home. I was desperate. I then returned back and I started staying with my parents. That was when I met my friend who was now wealthy, who promised me that everything was going to be okay. He told me that he had gone to this other powerful traditional healer, and I was so desperate to try it out. He told me that the ritual that he had performed is that he slept on top of his roof for 2 months, and I was then told that if I wanted to do the same, I had to sleep on top of the roof. So in each and every year in April and May, I have to go on top of the roof, and that is where I sleep on top of the roof. At that time, when I first did this ritual, I was staying at my parents' house, and I would wait for everyone to fall asleep. Then I would take a ladder and I would climb on top of the roof slowly and carefully. Then I would sleep. It was not easy. The first time that I did this ritual, I was really scared. I climbed on top of the roof somewhere around 11 p.m. and I climbed off from top of the roof at around 4 a.m. with 2 of my blankets. Flu hit me so much, but I got used to it, and I would go and I would buy a very big warm jacket, some winter socks and some hand gloves and a very big wool hat. It covered my entire face, only for the nose and the eyes. The entire face would be covered. Then with my 2 biggest blankets, I would take the ladder when everyone would be asleep, climb on top of the roof, then I would sleep. It was not easy, but this was my only way to make money. Every night I would do this, lying down on a thin mattress. The nights were long, cold and lonely, but I told myself that this was what I had to do. To my surprise, after I did this for 2 months, things began to change. I received a job at a car dealership. I was selling cars online on Facebook. Money started flowing in unexpected ways. One day when I was returning back from work, that was when this other man said that I had forgotten my bag, which I had left in that car. I took it even though I knew that it was not my bag. When I returned back home, I opened the bag, for it was very heavy. I did not want to open the bag whilst I was still walking. I did not want people to see what was inside that bag. When I opened the bag, that was when I saw that there was a very short man, a Tokolosh. So this Tokolosh that I saw, it really scared me to death. And I wanted to scream in fear, but this Tokolosh then told me that I was not supposed to be afraid. For this Tokolosh, it was there to assist me, to give me money, to make people to respect me. So I then started making a lot of money, and people, they started respecting me. And then I moved out of my parents' house. I started staying alone, and each and every year since that time when I started doing these rituals, I have to sleep on top of my roof on top of 2 months, no matter the weather. If it is cold, even if it rains, I have to sleep on top of the roof. And the healer told me that if I do not perform these rituals, if I fail to perform those rituals, then it means that I will die instant death. So I am really scared, because I keep on asking myself, what is going to happen the day that maybe I am going to get so sick so much that I will fail to get on top of the roof. I am a successful businessman. People in church, they look up to me. They think that it is by the grace of God, and they do not know that this is what I do. Now the other challenge that I am facing is that people at church, they are throwing their daughters at me because I am a successful businessman, but I have been resisting because I am scared that if I take a wife, especially if that wife, if that I am going to take, if she is a true Christian, because I once dated a pastor's daughter. She is a widow, so we started dating. The moment that I would bring her into my home, then all hell will break loose. I'll be sitting with her on the couch, wanting to make love to her. Then the Tokoloshi will be looking at me, telling me that what I am about to do, it is going to confuse everything. This woman, she was causing problems at my altar because I have a small altar that I have that is hidden in plain sight in my bedroom. So I stopped bringing her to my home. Then I found a silly reason just to dump her. I lied to her and I said that I was having dreams of her late husband, and the late husband was telling me to stay away from his wife. This woman, she was so much in love with me. She prayed and she said, let us fast, trying to chase away the spirit of her late husband. She even went to Bindura, that mountain in Bindura, to pray. But what she did not know that was that I was lying to her. The reason as to why I wanted to break up with her, it was because I knew that she was too prayerful for me. So people at church do not even understand why I do not want to take a wife. I am scared to take a wife because I am afraid that I might take a woman who is a true Christian, who will end up exposing me. As for now, I am surviving by sleeping with a lot of women that are ungodly, as well as prostitutes. If I see that this woman, she is a true Christian, then I just dump her so much that she will be hurt, not knowing that the reason as to why I am dumping her, it is not because I don't love her, but it is because I am afraid of her prayers. One thing that I have noticed is that at my home, there is no more peace at all because of some strange things that do happen at my home. Sometimes I can see people walking around my yard, especially at night. Sometimes I can have dreams that are quite scary. Sometimes I wake up and I feel as if I am being watched, and people do not know that this is what I do. I am confessing because I also want other people to know that there is nothing good that will come out of these rituals, these money-making rituals. You might have demons that can give you money, but that money will never come to you for free. So much have been taken away from me. This is my own confession. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear brother. So that was the translation of the message that was sent to me. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world.